What's up, everybody? It's Brandon. I'm back with another knee-jerk reaction. I'm going to release this today on Wednesday. I was going to do a news episode, but since I ain't got any of my guys with me, I decided to say fuck it and just do a bunch of knee-jerk reactions that I will be releasing on Wednesday and Friday. First up is the movie Demonic, another film from Neil Blomkamp. What is it? District 9. Solid ass movie. He's got a couple good flicks under his belt. Could this be the rebirth of Sir Neil Blomkamp? I think it's how you say his name. Let's just say this. From the trailer, I was hooked in. It looked really fucking cool. It wasn't just your typical demonic movie. It looked like they were doing something futuristic and weird with it. And you know what? They did do that. And let me just start off with the positives. The beginning. I thought they really took their time. They really set everything up. You were getting invested with the characters enough. You're mainly just following the main one. She's got a friend and all that. But you were interested in where this thing could go. And the main actress was solid enough. But by the time it gets to the, where they go into the other world, because it's almost like a Cell type movie, like, the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, where they strap in with these things and she's going into like her mother's mind where she's like comatose and all that. I mean, they give this away like in the trailer basically. And then crazy shit starts happening. And when the crazy shit starts happening in this movie, it's not overly effective. It's kind of effective, but I feel like it's kind of weighed down by like the atmosphere and the look of this world they made. It's almost like you're inside of like a video game. And to me, it was very like off-putting. Like, I mean, I get what they're trying to do, and I guess I'll say this, they at least cover their bases, and the doctors in the movie say that, like, this is a new program. Like, I don't even know if they say new program exactly, but they kind of refer to it in that way, suggesting that this is the only place that has it because it is so new. So maybe they haven't worked out the bugs, so it doesn't look that crisp, and that's why. So it works in the story, because they wouldn't have something so fleshed out to where it looks perfect because it's new. This is still new equipment, some new treatment they're trying. But it was very weird. I actually, with my buddy Jordan Rogers, who's been on the podcast, he said this, and it wasn't even like a thing like he told me or I told him. We had the same thought. It was like almost like some futuristic Sims type stuff. Like it's somehow both, even though it doesn't look like the Sims per se, but it looks like the Sims like done in 4K and blown up. There's something about it. I can't really put my finger on it, but it really took me out of the horror of it all. Your big monster in this movie, is a little weird if you know what the monster is supposed to be. It's like, why would this be the monster choice? I will say it actually is very effective looking, but there also is that little bit of a negative where you're like, why did y'all choose this type of monster for this type of character that we all know and love, But overall, that didn't really hamper the movie. It just was like, there's that little bit of like, well, why did you dress this thing up like this? But it looked good in spots, but then again in like the cartoon land of the fucking, wherever they go with their minds, like that didn't look that great. There's a twist in this movie, of course. Most horror movies do that. And honestly, it's not that it was terrible, but it didn't win me over. I think there was some like pacing issues where I honestly was very, very bored with this movie. And in the end, it just, even though the monster had a cool design, it wasn't what I wanted. It felt well structured, well acted, but there was something missing in there, and I think they missed a lot of opportunities, and to no real fault of their own. I think the Cell type vibe they were going for with like the atmosphere and the look of where these patients were going. Or in this situation, her mother was going and she was joining her in that advanced world. I don't think they anticipated, at least, this happened for me and it happened for my buddy, and I'm seeing a lot of people aren't liking this movie, that would be that off-putting, because I don't think it feels like it should be. But I've seen a lot of people say that, and I somehow was like, well, damn it, this is happening to me too for some reason. I got to tell you, I was really disappointed with this movie. I'm not mad I watched it, but I have zero reason to ever watch it again. Like, and as it built and built and built, I was like, God, I'm just not happy with any of the decisions that have been made past like the first 20 minutes where it was kind of setting everything up. Demonic is a movie that is not the atrocity that I've seen some. I think it's got like if you just look at Rotten Tomatoes, it's like an 18% for critics and like a 12% for fans. I'm like, ugh, that's a little steep. But it's also, I can confirm on my end, not a good movie and one of the most disappointing movies of the year. I thought this had a good chance of cracking my top 10. I'm very disappointed in this flick. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Demonic did not hit the mark at all, people. What'd y'all think if you saw it? Peace.